Yes, yes. What is up, everybody? Your boy E-Man from the Average Joe Sports Talk Network coming at you with another edition of the Unscripted Sportscast on a different night. Had to skip it last week. Work got in the way. But this week, I wanted to get it out the way early. Short week. Happy Thanksgiving to y'all as it's coming up this week. So it's going to be kind of a tight schedule. Planning on another Cigars and Sports. Hopefully, me and Jim are see if we get our schedules together. Maybe Wednesday. So be on the lookout for the on X. All right, you know what I'm saying, just to be sure. And with that being said, oh, why am I not live on X? Oh, here I am. I am just double checking. Sorry, boys. And had to refresh my feed. So yeah, coming on a Sunday night, trying to give you some of the best storylines of Week 12 of the NFL. Let's get this out the way. I'm going to start with the positive. All right. Shedeur Sanders gets his first start in NFL as an NFL quarterback, the most talked quarterback in the league practically, even though this guy, only played a few snaps. All started back in the draft. We know how boisterous and also how, outspoken this young man is, and, how maybe, I guess, being outspoken didn't help him getting drafted. Anyways, he actually gets his first win as an NFL quarterback, breaking records for the Cleveland Shitstains. Man, he becomes the first Cleveland quarterback since Eric Zaire in 1995 to win his first NFL start, snapping a 17-game losing streak going back 30 years. So I'm reading this highlight, and as you see there, from ESPN. And of course, ESPN is like, a debut Cleveland's been waiting 3 decades for. We all know the bull washing that mainstream media, ESPN, all the mainstream, they want to hype it up, right? Nobody wants to see this kid lose, right? But again, he fell not because of hatred. He fell because he's not an NFL type quarterback, right? And today, it was nice that they got that win, and I'm glad he did. His pops was there. That's one thing about Deion Sanders. He does support his kids. And the overall, look at the stat line for Shedeur. 11 out of 20, 209 yards, had a touchdown, threw for a pick. All right. He had a nice pass. He threw a nice 55-yard pass. I think it was in the first quarter. That was a good throw. For somebody that doesn't have a strong arm, I Shedeur Sanders, that was a good throw. I forget who it was. And then he hit Sampson with technically a swing, dump down, 5-yard pass, and Sampson takes it to the house for like 66 yards. Overall, 11 out of 20. He did have that one mistake, which we know that's going to happen with Shedeur. He is not a guy that he holds on to the ball too long. But it was a good debut because he got to face a team that is not great. And the real crappy, shitty, Las Vegas Raiders. This is the worst team in the league. And they play like the worst team in the league because it was 24-10. Keyshawn Judkins had himself a great game. They ran a couple of good scripted plays to make Shedeur feel comfortable, as Judkins had a couple of wildcat snaps at the goal line. It resulted in 2 touchdowns. Dylan Sampson, that was the guy that actually caught the touchdown. That was the running back. He caught the touchdown for like something. That's the one who he ran it for like 60 or 50 yards on a swing, kind of lateral dump pass, right? Not much going on. If you take the 2 big bombs, Jared Jeudy had 39 yards, and then he fumbled the football. Not a lot of the air. The running was bad. It's just, listen, the Raiders are so much worse than the Cleveland Browns just because their defense. And it is what it is. They played a bad team. Shedeur did not make enough mistakes to actually get a win. Whether this debut shows me that Shedeur still can play in the NFL, that remains to be seen. It's too freaking early. Oh, there's Matthew Stafford already with a touchdown. Something that game is full effect right now. Matthew Stafford with a touchdown. No, he was short. That was a touchdown. Oh. Puka had one then. Matthew's on fire, bro. Matthews on fire. Yeah, he was just short of the pylon. Anyway, did Shedeur do enough, to silence the haters, right? I'm going to say haters in quotation because I will be called a hater because I don't think Shedeur is an NFL caliber quarterback. Look, he did enough to win this game. Let's see what happens when he plays a real team. I don't know who they're playing next week. But shout out to Shedeur. He got his first win in the NFL. And it was smart. They went ahead and they started him in a decent against a real crappy defense. So here we go. Now let me play you his a clip of his post conference post game. And of course, ESPN, man, they love to bull wash this kid. Let me play you a clip of his post game interview. Let me get back over here. I don't know why my computer's doing this today.
Phil, and it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. But there's no excuse. You gotta go out there and perform. Like, there's no choice, there's no question. Nobody cares if this was 1 week of prep. Who cares? So a lot of people want to see me fail, and it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. But there's no.
A lot of people want to see me fail, but it ain't gonna happen. Shedeur, nobody wants to see you fail. This is the real world. The NFL is your job now. Davante Adams with another touchdown from Matthew Stafford. Man, Davante Adams is playing crazy. Look at that. Was just, what a throw by, what a dime by Stafford. MVP right there, Matthew Stafford right now, boys and girls. But nobody will see Shedeur fail. What happens is that he is in the real world now, which is the NFL, where there's adults are going to go ahead and criticize you. And you are looked upon with a magnifying glass. And this right here, like you coming out here and saying, people want me to fail, but it ain't going to happen. I get it, man. You're on a high. You won your first game. I power to you. Do whatever you need to do, man. You know what I'm saying? You got the right to talk shit because it's your win, man. Not a lot of people make it to the NFL, let alone let's win a NFL game in their first start or NFL game period. But stay humble. Don't bring the criticism by saying stuff like that. It's a little arrogant, but not enough of a sample size. It's impossible to grade anybody, not even the greatest quarterback in the world, to grade him after one game. Same thing goes for Shedeur. Good matchup. He earned the win. All right. Moving on. What do we got here? Got some top storylines here today. I got a lot more top storylines here today. Hold on a second. There you go. All right, here we go. Oh, man, I don't know why my computer's doing this today, man. I did restarted. Shit. But let's talk about going from Shedeur, from one rookie quarterback who won a game today, to another one that fucking stunk it up. All right. And his name is JJ McCarthy. Holy crap, dude. Is JJ McCarthy having a really bad rookie season? I thought I had some JJ McCarthy. I thought I had some stuff in here. Thought I had a graphic here with JJ McCarthy. Dude, shoot, man. All right, let's go back. Let's go back here to JJ McCarthy had himself 2 picks today, boys and girls. A really, really bad day for JJ McCarthy. Really bad day for JJ McCarthy. I mean, this team, there was no offense whatsoever for the Vikings today. And I don't know why the hell I'm starting Addison in my fantasy leagues. All right, because I know he scored a couple of touchdowns here, but shoot, oh my gosh. The Packers absolutely destroyed JJ McCarthy today. The Packers. I mean, they were just going ham on him. Oh, hold on a second. I thought I had a comment here. I thought I had something in the chat. So the little marker there, but nothing happened. All right, never mind. Let's go back over here. JJ McCarthy, man, listen, now the criticism has to start coming out. 18 QBR today, 87 passing yards, 12 for 19, 2 interceptions. Unacceptable. It's just horrible. Jefferson, 48 yards, 4 catches. Jordan Addison have nothing. They got way too much talent in this team. All right, offensively. They have two great running backs in Jordan Mason and Adam Jones. Justin Jefferson, who's being wasted away this year. Everybody right now is regretting drafting Justin Jefferson in fantasy. And I don't want to mix fantasy with real football. I hate doing that. Let me get comfortable here. You know what I'm saying? But holy smokes, man. That's bad. It's really bad. I mean, the Packers did what they were supposed to do. They came in. I mean, it's not like they look great offensively. I mean, they just did, I mean, Jordan Love didn't have a great game himself, but he didn't need much. Emmanuel Wilson, another monster game, 2 TDs just like that last week in the absence of Jacobs. That's all they needed. Christian Watson, 49 yards. It didn't have they didn't need a lot because JJ, the Vikings offense could not move the football. I think it's time to have the conversation that JJ McCarthy, maybe he's not ready yet, but there's nothing they could do. They're just going to have to leave him out there. I know it's a product of him not being available last year, even though he didn't start last year. JJ McCarthy didn't have any practice snaps, right? He was out for the season. Big difference sitting on the sidelines and the bench, watching with a clipboard than going and playing with a scout team every day, getting ready. This is his truly rookie year, and he is looking sorry. J.J. McCarthy right now, let's take a look at his numbers for the year. 6 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 129 passing yards, a 24 QBR. This is really not great numbers. As a matter of fact, they're not good numbers. It's bad. It's a 54% completion percentage for J.J. McCarthy. It is really bad. It's horrible for that matter. Hey, you think the Vikings should get Kyler? Rizzler 001. I think at this point, you're going to have to stick with JJ for another year to see what happens. I don't know if the Arizona Cardinals do want to trade for. Here's another. I think JJ McCarthy in the second round to get Kyler. I don't think Arizona will trade Kyler for JJ McCarthy. As a matter of fact, let me make it clear. Arizona will not trade for JJ McCarthy. Absolutely not. Arizona, there's teams that can get something better in exchange for Kyler than JJ. So, no. That's not going to happen. Wishful thinking. If you're an Arizona fan, wishful thinking. Arizona is not going to offer anything for JJ McCarthy. Appreciate you, Rinsler001. Appreciate you tuning in. Keep the chats going. What do I think Arizona trade value is? They don't seem to believe in him. Yep. Yeah, absolutely. But I think you might get some draft capital for JJ. I mean, for Kyler. Oh, man. Turnover right now in the Rams game. I think you might get a couple of second or third round for Kyler for sure. Second or third round for Kyler. I think you should be able to get a second. There's teams out there like the Raiders that need a quarterback. And Kyler is still serviceable. Kyler is serviceable, but J.J. McCarthy is not. Right now, he is in bust status at this particular moment. Bust status 100%. I'm trying to sugarcoat it, boys and girls. It is what it is. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's get back here to the nitty gritty. And the Ravens win another game. All right, they are. Even though it was against the sorry ass Jets. Jeez, the damn Jets, man. And they looked horrible. Thanks, Lamar. You cost me my damn. You cost me my damn fantasy game today. It's not a bad idea. The Jets may even give up a first, maybe. But the Ravens play the Jets today, And it wasn't an impressive start. Second really bad game for Lamar Jackson back-to-back weeks, man. I know he just gotten back from injury, but shoot, Lamar, come on, man. Come on, Lamar. When Tyrod Taylor tosses for a touchdown and more yards than Lamar, we have a problem. I think Lamar is banged up. But they still got the dub. Great game by Derrick Henry, 21 carries, 64 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's all they need. The Jets, the Jets are the Jets. Breece Hall, 44 yards, caught 4 receptions for 75 yards. Right now, the Jets are a shit show. Jets are a shit show. They're playing for the lottery. But the Ravens, the Ravens are now 6-5. The Ravens are probably tied. Let me see. I think the Ravens are tied for the division after this week, if I'm not mistaken. The Ravens rise and taking advantage of Lamar being back and the schedule, and then take a dub, man. The AFC North is for the taking, and I think the Ravens are the ones that will be taking that. And with that being said, while the Ravens do their thing, the damn Steelers fold like a lawn chair. You know what I mean? The Steelers freaking lost another game today. And I know Aaron Rodgers is out, but dude, geez, man, you got to make it. You got to make it close. You got to make it close, man. The freaking Steelers right now. Let me over here. The Steelers play the Bears. And the Bears, Ben Johnson has this team like rolling, dude. They made it a game. Jordan Mason did the best he could, threw a pick. They ran the football effectively, 186 rushing yards. The problem is that Caleb Johnson is playing really, really good. 3 touchdowns, 239 yards. I mean, they're running the football decent. DJ Moore finally showed up out of nowhere with 2 touchdowns. Colston Loveland is creeping up, man. The last 5 games, the last 4 games, he has like 3 touchdowns combined. In the last 4 games, it's pretty good. This team is starting to look up. Then, it was a close game. Jaylen Warren and Kenneth Gainwell both had really good games. DK scored a rushing touchdown. The problem here was just couldn't get the ball in the air. I mean, they did enough to win. So 6-5 are the Steelers right now. The Ravens are flying while the Steelers are folding. They're tied right now in the division that it looks like it's going to be for the Ravens taking and the Steelers to choke it up. Sorry, Jim. I'm keeping it gangster, bro. My boy Jim, my other half of Cigars and Sports from the end. Despite also check out his podcast, The Fan in the Van podcast, bro. He's probably gonna. Definitely going postal. You might want to listen to his episode that he's probably gonna drop tomorrow, because I know he's brewing right now for this loss. He's a big Steelers fan. 14-0 right now. The Rams. Man, what a first quarter for the Rams right now at the start of this game. I mean, they're playing Baker tough. Baker can get shit going on here. But again, while the Ravens fly, the Steelers fold like an accordion. Caleb is having a really good sophomore season. And a lot of it is the makeup and the architect of Ben Johnson. Putting a nice little, like a poor man's Lions offense, right? With 2 good running backs in Monagai, whatever his name is, and then also having Swift involved there with a lot of wide receivers. Like, DJ is kind of like a Jameson Williams. Odunze, he's not Amon, but he's the same body build. Colston Loveland is a really good tight end. That's why I drafted him so high. There's always a system that works for a quarterback. And the Bears finally got a coach that has a system in place that is productive. So it is what it is, man. Let's talk about productivity. And those are my Giants. Listen, what else is new? This is what the Giants do. We go into the fourth quarter with the lead. And then we choke it up. This time we choke it up in overtime. Shout out to Jameis, famous Jameis. Famous Jameis caught a touchdown today. Famous Jameis had 366 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. Yeah. He's always good. The thing about famous Jameis, man, you're going to get an exciting game from him, but he's also at the same time going to give the game away. That's what he does. Remember, this is the guy, the first ever 30 for 30 NFL player. 30 for 30, bro. I'm talking about 30 home runs and 30 stolen bases. I'm talking about 30 touchdowns and 30 picks. That's what Jameis does. And I can't believe he had a nice receiving touchdown. Wan'Dale Robinson, insane game, 156 receiving yards and a touchdown. This team is going to be so much better with Malik Neighbors and a decent defense. Fire the DC, bro. You got a clean house. I know you got rid of Dable, but you got a clean house, entire coaching staff. I'm telling you, man. And Joe Schoen, take Joe Schoen with you. I know they said they're going to stay loyal to Joe Schoen because he's going to lead the charge for the new next head coach. I mean, they just got to fire the entire coaching staff. They're horrible. Tyrone Tracy and Devin Singletary doing a decent job in the absence of Scatterbo. But listen, Jahmyr Gibbs is just one insane individual, man. 2 touchdowns, 219 rushing yards, and 15 carries. That's what he does. My man had another 11 receptions for 45 yards and another touchdown. 3 total touchdowns, and this dude had 254 all-purpose yards. How nasty is Jahmyr Gibbs? He's very nasty. This dude is a premier back of the NFL. Just really, really nasty. Montgomery, you don't need Montgomery today when Jahmyr Gibbs has 219 yards. It's just the luxury this team has. Amon St. Brown, 149 receiving yards, 9 receptions. Jahmyr Gibbs with another 11. Just these 2 guys were just feasting on the Giants. And the Giants had the lead. They had the lead again. Overtime, Jahmyr Gibbs kind of, takes that rushing touchdown. It's over, Jehovah. For the Giants, Theo Johnson improving, right? 77 yards, 3 receptions. Tyrone Tracy had 3 receptions, 68 yards. Famous Jameis with a trick play, a 33-yard touchdown reception. But that's what, as Giants fans, we have. Look, at this point, don't win. At this point, locking the picks. The Giants right now just concentrate on building assets. Get yourself picks. Get yourself some assets. Let's trade down. Let's trade up. Let's make some trades and bring some players next year to put around Jackson Dart, all right, Neighbors, and Scatterbo. I am one of those guys that, look, we're not going to make the playoffs. Let's just gather up fucking picks. All right? Find a coach. The coach that we need to find, his name is John effing Gruden. I'm going to keep saying this until my face is blue. John Gruden is the guy. And let him build a freaking stud team around Jackson Dart. With all the picks that we should acquire, let's keep losing. At this point, fuck it. Lose, keep losing until you can't lose anymore. Fire the entire staff right now. Don't stop with Dable. It is what it is. Damn it. People are firing me up this evening. I don't know if they're back, but playoffs hopes are still alive for the reigning Super Bowl runner-up in the Kansas City Chiefs. Remember, guys, you got to understand, man, this is Patrick Mahomes, man. All right, Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league. All right, he is the next Tom Brady. He's the current Tom Brady for not being there, but they beat a really good Colts team who had the game. Patrick Mahomes gamed it. Didn't have to throw for a football. Didn't have to throw for a touchdown today. But those 352 yards, he does what he does, man. He comes in the clutch. Kareem Hunt, 104 yards, a touchdown. Huge game. Had all the snaps in the world. Rashid Rice, 141 yards. Worthy, 59. It is what it is, man. This is a team that's gonna scrap. And they're a dangerous team. The difference in today's game, the reason why the Indianapolis Colts lost, even though they had the lead, is because Jonathan Taylor was kept in check. Remember what I say, man. Daniel Jones' job is to not turn the football over and not make mistakes. And kind of this is what he did today. He didn't make any mistakes. But you need Jonathan Taylor to get over 100 rushing yards. That's what sparks the offense. That's what gets Tyler Warren open. Pittman, who had a horrible game. Alec Pierce, who's been averaging over 50 yards every single game. See, it was weak. They couldn't get their passing game going, their deep ball going, because that's what they do with Josh Downs and Josh Downs and Alex Pierce. And then, your all-star, all-stud Tyler Warren, a tight end. But all this magic happens for the Colts when Jonathan Taylor is running the football effectively, when he's running for 120 yards. Know what I mean? I played 27 fucking holes of golf today, man, and I am sore as F. Decided to play golf with my brother and my cousin who play all the time, man. Right now, that's why I'm moving so much, man. I am sore. I'm insane. I even took a nap when I got home. But the Chiefs keep hope alive. They're 6-5. They're not out of it yet. There's a lot of injuries in that division. I know the Broncos own it right now, but you can't discount the Chiefs. Especially, why? Because they got a guy named Patrick Mahomes who's pretty damn good. Probably who is the Tom Brady right now. You can't discount the Chiefs because you have Andy Reid as your coach. Andy Reid is one of the GOATs. All right, to freaking pick up a clipboard instead of those sidelines. Andy Reid has been doing this for a long time. He was pretty successful in Philadelphia. All right, not because he just had the Super Bowls with the Chiefs. He's been doing this for a while. And he's been very successful everywhere he's been. So just Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes, when you got that combination, you can't count them out for the playoffs. And there's still a lot of football left. Still a lot of football left, boys and girls. Patrick Mahomes, man, does it again. They're staying alive, brother. They are staying alive. You know who's alive and well? Damn Patriots. Patriots have won 9 effing games in a row. They're 10-2. And I believe they have the best record in the league right now. I think they have the best record in the league right now. If the Rams win tonight, no, the Rams will be, I believe they have the best. They're 10-2. This damn team is for real. And they didn't look great today against a bad team. And it was fun because, Joe Flacco is still just amazes me, right? You know what I mean? He's still, what he's able still to do at his age, staying with games and stuff like that. He got banged up today hard. And it was a close one, but again, 10-2. They won 9 in a row. Drake May, 20 for 35, 294, touchdown and a pick. Trayvon Henderson taking that lead back, which took him a while, but he's that lead back in that team now. Hunter Henry, 115 yards and a touchdown. There wasn't a lot from the other players, but enough to win. 10-2. Now they're feasting on a really, really good schedule they have, a very weak schedule because they were so bad last season and the year before. But Drake May is the real deal. He has it. Pocket presence, arm strength, smart, can make reads, can also run when he needs to, move in the pocket, scramble, throw on the run. He is the quarterback the Giants wanted. Last draft, the year before this year. And, we got Malik Neighbors, which is nice, but we were offering everything in the kitchen sink. Joe Flacco, man, had a pick and a touchdown, but you could tell the age is getting there, man. So Chase Brown has been like the last 5, 6 games. This is like the Chase Brown from last year, man. He had another back-to-back rushing 100-yard games right now, and he's also catching the football as well. So, look, they're still alive. T. Higgins went out with a freaking Higgins went out with a concussion today. What else is new? Higgins is one of those players that he can't stand on the damn field for long. So, but the Patriots won 9 in a row. Is their division to lose after the beating the Bills got. When I mean beating, I'm talking about physical beating they got this past week when they played the Texans. Not because it was an ass whooping from the score, but it was an ass beating, man. They destroyed Josh Allen, and Josh Allen cannot take that much hits, man. It's The Patriots is their division to lose. Absolutely. The Bills are going to make the playoffs, but the Patriots should win this division, hands down. I know I'm calling it right now. Hands down, they should win this division. And Drake May is the real deal. Stop freaking hating people. Drake May is the real deal, all right? Especially freaking Stephen A. Smith and Cam Newton. Just to touch on that a little bit, Drake May is the real deal. And because he said he doesn't know what show you guys are on, Stephen A. and Cam, is because, let me tell you something, bro. Nobody watches First Take. All right, nobody watches ESPN, period. So guess what? A lot of people don't know what the Cam Newton is in First Take. Keeping it honest. So lay off the kid. Lay off the kid. He is balling, and give him his props. MVP numbers right now. Give him his freaking props. And the Seahawks, man, they had a nice lead, man, but the Titans battle back today. The Seahawks are back after losing last week against the Rams. They are back, and look, the the Titans, man, they gave them a battle. They gave him a battle. Look, I'm gonna touch on something real quick. Sam Darnold, bounce back game after throwing 4 picks, 2 touchdowns, right? 244. Kenneth Walker, big day. JSN just set the single season record for receiving yards for the franchise. DK, who was there for like 5 years, man, was breaking all sorts of records. In his 3rd year, JSN, all right, Jackson Smith Nigma, can't never pronounce his name, has set the team's single season receiving record. My man has 167 yards today with 8 receptions and 2 touchdowns. He was just a man possessed, all on his own. All on his own. But to me, look, I like Cam Ward. I think Cam Ward is in a real shitty scenario at Tennessee, and we all knew that was going to happen, right? Because Tennessee had nothing. They have nothing. They already fired their coach. But Cam Ward is a battler, man. Today, 256, threw for a touchdown, right? 37 rushing yards, rushed for another touchdown. He does a lot of things, man, and he does have the tools. He has the tools. He is a little bit of Drake May-like. He can scramble, has a big arm. He's not stupid. He's really, really bad scenario. This team needs Brable. You know what I mean? It needs Brable, all right? He's Mike Brable back. And with Cam Newton, with Cam Ward, I'm telling you, they would do some damage. Overall, for the season, 7 touchdowns, 6 picks. He has over 2,000 yards, 2,200 passing yards, 59% completion percentage, 75% rating. It's not horrible. It's not horrible. He's had some good games. 255 passing yards, 259. He has some horrible games as well, but he really doesn't have anything. This team can't even freaking do crap. They can't even go plays for the guy. He has potential. He has the tools. If this kid gets put with the right coach, just like Caleb Williams, all right, just like Drake May, guess what? Life is good. Life is really good. You're gonna have a winning franchise. Stop hating Cam Ward. It's not his fault. He is out there giving his all. He is out there doing everything. 100%. The kid gets in practice at 5:00 in the morning. He's doing everything a franchise quarterback should be doing. Now the outcomes are not there, but it's because he doesn't have anything. He just has a really bad team and bad coaching, bad coaches. This franchise needs to do right by Cam Ward because he is a franchise quarterback. And I'm telling you, they just need to make sure they put the right system around him. That's it. Because he has all the tools. Cam Ward is legit. He is an NFL quarterback, and I think he's an NFL winning quarterback. It is what it is. I already mentioned the Vikings earlier. Hey, the Jaguars, man, they won a tough one in OT here against the Arizona Cardinals. I mean, Jacoby Brissett, man, he's doing what he's supposed to be doing, man. I mean, there's a reason why Kyler Murray is kind of on the hot seat and is on the trade block here. I don't think Kyler Murray is going to be there next year, even though Jacoby Brissett is not the long-term answer either. But however, I think Brissett is that offense moves a lot better with Brissett. Another 300 passing game for Brissett. A passing touchdown. He passed for 1. They played, the Jaguars are 7-4, which look, after starting decently and then, having a couple of games losing streak, I'm taking it back. I'm still not sold on Trevor Lawrence. He threw for 3 more picks today and for 3 touchdowns, but 18 for 30, that's not a great ratio. But look, they're winning. And if they keep it this way, they got to make the playoffs. So Brendan Strange came back, 93 yards. Jacoby Myers had himself a touchdown today, the newly acquired Jacoby Myers. Travis ATM caught for a touchdown as well. Parker Washington, another touchdown. They could spread the ball around. Just Trevor Lawrence, what he needs to do is he can't play stupid. He has to play mistake-free game, a mistake-free football, right? The Arizona Cardinals are not a great team. He would have thrown 3 picks against a decent team. That would have been a blowout. That would have been the Eagles, the Rams, even the 49ers. They would have lost that game. You can't win. He got lucky. When you throw 3 picks, regardless of how many touchdowns you do for 3 touchdowns, when you throw 3 interceptions, that's bad. That's really bad. Horrible, actually. So, yeah, baby. But the Jags are winning. 3-2 away. And, the Arizona do. It's a nice story for Jacoby Brissett. He's another bad veteran that's been around the league for so long, right? He's been in some really good places, good teams. But this is like the first time you've seen him play at this level. I mean, he's just throwing the football really, really good. So, what else we got? And let's end it up here with the cow bitches. I hate, when they play each other, great, 2 teams that I despise being a Giants fan. But Dallas actually made a comeback. They came back and won this game. I give them credit. They actually clamped it down. They clamped it down and they freaking and they won. And they were actually down by I forgot, it was like 10. Let me take a look at the box score, guys. Hold on a second. Let's take a look at the box score here. Yeah, they scored. Yeah, Philadelphia had the lead. And it was 21. It was 21-7, and Dallas just ratted up 10 points in the fourth quarter. So into overtime and in overtime. So it was 24-21. Jalen Hurts had himself 209 passing yards. He ran for 2 touchdowns. AJ had another over 100-yard game, and also caught another touchdown. So maybe the beef between these 2 cats is probably in the past, at least for the recent future, at least for the present. But the Cowboys had a good game. I mean, look, George Pickens, man. I know that everybody thought a little decrease or a little regression because CeeDee Lamb, man, he hasn't fucking skipped a beat, man. Back-to-back monster games. He's averaging over 60 yards, 146 today and a touchdown. CeeDee Lamb had a few drops today, man. He's dropped like 7 balls in the past 3 games. Jake Ferguson had himself 60 yards. But Javonte Williams, having this resurgence as a cow bitches, as a Dallas Cowboy. Dak had a good game, man. He ran for a touchdown and then passed for 2 more, 354 yards. Negating that 1 pick. It is, Dak is having another Dak offensive season. And the Cowboys at pretty much 5-1. I don't know if this is going to be, if they're still to me, they're still a pretender. They're not a playoff team. They're better NFC teams out there. The NFC is a tough conference this year. So, but they beat they beat the Philadelphia Eagles. And Saquon had a fumble today too. So Saquon, Saquon only had 22 rushing yards, bro. There's something, it's definitely last season took a toll on him. That was probably the most snaps he's ever had in the season. So I think it's showing that he's the wear and tear and the miles for Saquon Barkley are definitely showing up this season. He's probably going to end up over 1,000 rushing yards, but nothing as spectacular as last year. But you can see the wear and tear and the miles already on Saquon. They're showing up this year. Devontae Smith, by the way, had a good game too, also 89 yards receiving with 6 catches. The story of the game was Dak Prescott had a monster game with George Pickens leading the way. So I hate Dallas. I hate Dallas and I hate Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? Right now, the Rams are slapping around the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 6-4 are the Buccaneers, and it looks like they got to go 6-5. It's a good thing to play in a really bad division. But Godwin, I mean, he's slow to get off right now. We know that it's normal after coming back from injury. But 21-0 right now, the Rams are beating up the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, man. It's not even halfway through the second quarter. They're driving the ball a little bit over here, but. All right, guys, I appreciate you guys. Me and Jim are cooking up a Cigars and Sports. We will let you know if we're coming on Wednesday. We will let you know. Keep yourself posted to the Twitter machine or the X machine for our notice. All right. Appreciate you all. Thank you very much for tuning in. This is your boy E-Man from the Average Joe Sports Talk Network coming at you. Signing out, y'all. Peace. See you on the flip side.